my mouse seems to just be moving around on its own, which is a bit strange. But right, so compensation plan, guys. So I know a lot of people have been coming to us and asking for some questions this past 5 days, which has been an incredible 5 days. And every single one of you needs to be so proud of what you've achieved. What we've done, the community that we're building, the noise that is being made out on social media, on all platforms, is absolutely incredible. And there are so many people that are so proud of each and every one of you. So just give yourselves a massive pat on the back and know that this community is just going to keep growing and keep on getting better and better. So I'm here just to go through the compensation plan a little bit. You're going to have to bear with me because I need to try and reduce things so I can see the screen. So as you know, you're part of a family. What we want to do is change lives. And because of that, we've created this company. Well, we being the leaders, Kim, Jerry, and so many incredible people like yourselves that have created the community, because without the community, we couldn't have a family. So we've got obviously the wellness and the products and the services, and it's a proven business opportunity. So the compensation program, it's here to make sure that you can make some income, whether or not it's just a little bit that you want to earn, or whether or not you want to make a solid home-based business. It's going to be something that you can achieve. So you make money by selling the products, but by also helping others to come in and start making money themselves. So there's a few key terms that I want you to write down, because you will see these on your back office. So you have PV. So PV is your personal volume. So it's volume that you get from when you purchase a product. So some Nutonic products at the moment don't have less than 40, but it's there and set up ready for when they do. Because as you all know, we ain't staying small, okay? So you need 40 PV every single month to be qualified. That means that you will be able to get commissions. If you're binary qualified, you will be able to get binary commissions and fast start bonus. If not, you'll be able to get retail commissions. So just a quick one with the PV. Some people have been saying over the last few days, it's saying I've only got 20 points, or it's saying I've only got 10 points. So what that was the initial binary points that you have achieved from purchasing your first product, which I'm going to explain when I go into the fast start bonus. But there is now a new box on your back office, which you will see, that will say either 40, 80, 120 points, depending on how many products you've earned. So that is what your personal volume would be to make you qualified, but it isn't what's commissionable. Okay, so CV is commissionable. So what commissionable means is that's what you can get paid on. All right. GV is your group volume. So that's the volume, which is the collection of everyone within your units, whether it be left or right, your team or your uplines team, it doesn't matter, but it's those units as a whole is the GV, which is your group volume. Your PLV stands for your pay leg volume. So this is the lesser side of whichever unit you've got. It doesn't matter if it's your uplines side that's lower or your side that's lower. If it's lower, that's your pay leg volume. So those four, make sure you've written down so you understand them when you're looking at your back office, what these mean. So you have PV, which is your personal volume. That's what you get every single time you order a product, apart from on your very first product, which we'll cover in a second. We have CV, which is your commissionable volume, which is where you get paid on. We've got your GV, which is your group volume, and that includes all of your upline, your team, whatever side they're on. Each one is left or right, okay? Then we have PLV, which is your pay leg volume. That's always going to be your lesser leg because we pay on the lesser unit. So how do you qualify for commissions? So it's to purchase your first product, and then it's to pass on and inspire others to purchase them as well. So we'll cover what that means in a minute, but you need to be able to remain qualified to get ongoing commissions. So each and every single month, you have to have your 40 QV, okay? So we've got the 6 different ways to earn, which you should all know because they are in the training groups, they are on the back office, and we've also covered it a million times over. So we have the retail bonus, the fast start bonus, the binary commissions, the matching bonus, the milestone bonuses, and the lifestyle bonuses. So retail bonus. So this is when you get a customer to purchase directly from your link. So when they make the direct purchases, you're going to earn 50% of the QV. So each individual product has 40 QV attached. So you need to understand it's not on the retail price that you're going to get your 50% volume, it's on the qualifying volume. So because each of them is 40, you're going to get 20 for each individual product. So if you have a preferred customer and they place an order for 3 products, you would get $60. If they placed an order for 2 products, you would get 40, 1 product 20. So when one product is sold at 40 QV, which is the $49.95, you're going to receive the 20, which is 50% of the 40 QV. You're also going to earn 25% of the QV, which is 10 CV, commissionable volume, added to the group commissionable volume. So group commissionable volume means the volume that is going to be on your lesser leg, because customers will always fall to give you a maximisation of your pay. So they will always fall on your lesser leg. You're also going to get 5 qualifying volume, and that's added towards your own PV, which is your personal volume, and that's earned on every single retail sale. So to break that down, if you have 8 customers at 5 PV each, that means you are going to be active. Each customer will give you 10 volume on your lowest unit and $20 for every single product. So to give you an example, I've got someone that is very, very, very close to a rank up, and she needs 500 points. So 500 points, she would need to get 50 product sales. If she got those 50 product sales, not only would she have enough volume because she would have made that 500 volume from these sales, she would have also earned $1,000 in commissions from retail bonus. Okay. So whenever you know you need to reach a certain rank, have a look at how much you need to reach it. Divide it by 10, and that will show you how many products you have to sell, not just yourself, but within that team unit to be able to achieve it. And that will break it down so it's more achievable, because if you've got 10 days to achieve it, you can then break it down into days. So let's say this person had 10 days, she needed 50 products. You know that she needs 5 products a day to be able to sell those products. Okay. And then she would achieve that rank. Not only would she have achieved the rank, she would have also made $1,000. So you can see it's quite easy to break down when you look at it that way. So just to be clear, that for the group commissionable volume, you have to be binary qualified to be able to get that. So that's where the binary kicks in. So we've also got fast start bonus. See, fast start bonus is very similar to the customer bonus when they're buying product, but with the fast start bonus, which is weekly, you get paid every single week. Okay, you're going to get 50% commission again on the QV of every personally enrolled distributor's first order. So if someone comes and orders and joins you and they've bought 5 products because they want to try 5 products, then you would have made $100 just from that, but you would also get a reduced binary. And the reason it's reduced is you can't have the full 40 qualifying volume go into your binary to be paid on, and also the 20. The $20 is a one-off. It doesn't happen on their second, third, fourth, any other order after. It's their very first order, because that's an enhanced payment. Because $20 is more than what you would normally earn on your commission, but you're also getting some binary to boost that commission for you to get to your first rank. So again, you would get your 25% of the personal volume added towards your leg that they have been placed on. Okay, any following orders after that, you would receive 40 QV, because you would get 100% of the group volume, and that would go directly up the tree. So anyone that's above would receive that 40 volume. So binary commission. So depending on the rank achieved, you're going to earn between 10 and 25%. All commissions are capped, which are defined under the ranks. So for example, I think our lowest cap is 5,000 a week. That's insane. Our highest cap is at about 80,000. That's just on your binary without any other ways of being paid. £80,000 a week. Can you imagine? Honestly, I can't even imagine. That's just incredible. So the other good thing is anything that is not paid out, so any uncommissioned group volume, is carried over to the next week. So for example, if you're building a team and you're on a very, very strong power leg, so you've got an upline that's literally smashing it and just bringing people in one after the other that are all building their businesses too, you're going to get quite a big power leg. So let's say that the power leg has hit 2,500 and your team leg, which is your pay leg, has hit 2,000. You will be paid on the 2,000, but that 2,000 will also be deducted from the other unit, which would leave over your 500 that is left over that you've not been paid off. That will then roll to the following week. So if the following week, the other side actually did better than the one that you've got 500 rollover on, you would be paid on all of the volume. So it is totally possible to always be paid on all of your volume within this compensation plan, which is amazing. So you've got your matching bonus. So you're going to earn 50% of binary pay of your personally enrolled qualified distributors. So qualified means that they must be binary payers, binary qualified as well, because if they're not, they wouldn't be getting binary pay. So you can also earn an additional 10 to 50% of distributors that your team have personally sponsored. So that's your second line. So the combined binary and match pay are capped at 60% of your lesser leg volume. So what this means is if you had 1 million volume on your lesser leg, the cap would be 600,000. That means that you could be earning like 500,000 just on check match alone, which isn't unimaginable when you think about it. So on the op calls, you'll hear me say, if you had 10 people who then had 10 people, right, that's 110 people you're being paid on for check match. That's massive. But you imagine that after a year when you're getting 1 million volume on each leg, you're going to have brought in more than 10 people. We've seen those leaderboards, guys. We know how many people you're in recruiting. That's just in the first week. So you imagine having a direct team of 600 and each of those having a direct team of 100. So when I say that it's capped at 60% of your lesser leg, believe me, that is huge. Because even if binary is capped at 80,000, it's only when they're combined that it's capped at the lesser leg. Because I've had a few people say, oh, I've seen about the cap, it doesn't make sense to me, so I'm trying to explain it. So as I said, if you've got a massive team over the course of the year of 600 directs and each of those got 100 directs, now that's just stupid numbers that I can't do in my head right now, but you imagine that every single one of them are actually absolutely smashing it. You could be earning every single week, not month, week, from 1 million volume a week, you could be earning, it works out to, what is that, $520,000 just from matching bonus alone. And then 80,000 just from your binary. So you're looking at $600,000 in a week. That's insane. So That is all paid at the rank of regional manager or higher, okay? So then we have the milestone bonuses, which we've explained to you before. So when you hit rank 3, you're going to get a $100 bonus. When you hit rank 5, you're going to get a $200 bonus. We also have the lifestyle bonus, which once you hit, I can't remember what level that is, Beth, can you remember? Is that, it's not, is it team director?
3. What?
No,
The 100.
8.
One's 3, one's 5.
No, 8
Oh,
for the lifestyle bonus.
8.
So it's rank 8. I can't remember the name, guys. You'll see in a second. But rank 8, you're going to get your lifestyle bonus. Okay.
Director, okay.
Global director, that's the one. I was saying team director, and I'm thinking team director's not right because we're really close to that soon. So that's not right. It can't be. We can't be that quick. So yeah, so global director, you're going to get 1,500 bonus every single month to help build you the lifestyle that you deserve from putting in the hard work and effort. So rank requirements, what are they? So for your rank 1, you're just active. So you've purchased a product and you're active within the business. You're showing people exactly what we're all about. Rank 2, brand associate, you're going to be active and you're also going to be binary qualified. Rank 3, you're going to be executive, which is 40 volume. So that means that you're active, plus you're going to be binary qualified, plus you're going to have a minimum of 2,000 points on your pay leg, which is your lesser leg. At that point, you'll get 10% binary on that. You won't get a matching bonus, but at that point, you will get your $100 bonus. Okay. Then we have regional manager. At this point, you need to be active with 2 products. That's 80 qualifying volume. You've got to be binary qualified and you have to have 4,000 on your lesser unit. And at that point, you will get 12% on your binary pay. You will also get 50% of your first line's binary pay, and you will also get 10% of your second line. So as you can see, as we're going up, you've got director, which is 10,000. We've got team director, which is 20,000. Executive director is 40. Global director is 80, and that's when the lifestyle bonus also kicks in. So that's an additional 1,500. And as you can see from executive director, you're going to have somebody below you. And this is why, I'm sorry, guys, my battery's about to die. And this is why you have to help other people build the business as well, because you have to help them to get to a certain level for you to proceed after executive director. So as you can see, then we get ambassador, which is 200,000. We've got senior ambassador, which is 400,000. Elite ambassador, which is your million. And that's when you're getting 25% on your binary. You're also getting 50% check match on your first line, 50% check match on your second line. And remember, that means that you can get paid 600,000. That is insane. So those are the compensation plan basics. I'm going to open it up and ask questions and let Beth unmute people as and when. But first of all, I want to explain to you, like, the way that you can visualize this, the way that you can really smash this. So I was explaining to someone last night who asked me if I could help them break down their goal. And it was a certain amount of money within a certain amount of time. So we were looking at a period of over more than a year. It was 15 months and it was 15,000. But as I said, I manage people's expectations realistically. Okay. For that, you would have to earn £1,000 every single month. Now, I'm not going to turn around and say to you that's absolutely 100% possible. But what I'm going to say is the 15,000 in 15 months is definitely possible, and I'm going to explain why. So this person had 11 team on one side and 9 team on the other, okay? And I said, right, well, fair enough. What you need to be doing is if you turn around to each of your team and you give them a goal to sell 5 products each, okay? So there's 50 volume, each individual person. Then that's 50 on your lesser leg times 9. Let's round it up to 10. So there's 500, okay? You also just say, right, let's aim for 1 distributor each every single month. Well, after your first month, if each of you achieve that, not only have you all got 50 volume from customers, but your second month, that means that you don't have 9, you have 18 distributors. So when you get to 18 distributors and you set the exact same tax for your 18 distributors, every single one is going to get 5 product sales, and every single one is then going to bring in that volume. So it's 50 volume each. Then they're also going to be aiming to get just 1 rep each. So your 18 suddenly becomes 30, is that 36? My maths is not doing well at all tonight. But you can see where I'm going. Within a very short period of time, so if it was 36, your 36 is then going to be 72. From 72, that's going to double again. That's just from bringing 1 rep in. And then each individual person is going to be doing 50 volume a month because they're selling 5 products a month. That soon adds up. So by the end of the 15 months, you're talking about a team of multiple thousands that are each putting in 50 volume each from customers, because it's 10 volume per product, okay? And they're bringing in a new rep. Plus, you're going to be getting check match. That's absolutely huge. By the end of that 15 months, guys, you're going to be earning way more than 15,000, even just in 1 month. It's a massive amount. So it's all about breaking it down into something that's achievable and manageable, and every single one of you can do. It's insane. So Beth, do you want to raise hands?
Hello. One thing that I am going to say is I'm looking through some of your faces and you don't look very excited. What is going on? What have I told you all? When you come on Zooms, you need to be buzzing, like the person will bounce off your energy. And I'm scrolling through when Kay was talking and I was like, I could see corpses. I can't see smiley faces.
How can anybody I can't see anybody because I've got this screen share on and now I can't turn it off. How can anybody not be excited? There we go. How can anybody not be excited at 600,000 a month, just at $1 million? And that isn't even at a cap. You then get that to 2 million, right? That's 1.2 million every single week. That is your cap if you got it to that value.
Let me tell you something that I learned the other week. Well, it was actually just before we'd started. So there's a guy in this company that's not come out yet, but his name's David. And he is is he Apple or Microsoft? So
Microsoft.
He's one of the top people in Microsoft, and he still works there. He's been in the industry for 40 years, and he's huge. So many companies try and pay to get him in. And he's joined Newtonic, and he was training the other day on a private call with just some of the people that are involved with corporate. And he was talking about the plan that this is based off. And this plan has won how many awards, Steve? Was it the top award for the past 5 years in compensation plan? Which is absolutely incredible. So this plan, it's not just about plan though, guys. It's about community. It's about the way you get paid. It's the products, it's the pipeline, it's the owners. If people just focus on a plan, you could go and compare that to any other company. Some might be slightly better, some might be slightly worse. What makes a company is how much you've got the potential of earning because of everything that kind of collaborates to make you earn money. So you could be in the best compensation plan that there is out there, but there'd be no community, not very good products. You've got no fire. You're going to earn no money. You've got to stop comparing and you've got to look at what you've got in front of you right now, because to be one of the first people in a network marketing company of this size of company, guys, is ridiculous. You know, Jerry and Kim, who even has owners like that? Like, it's ridiculous. And I was speaking to them today, and Kim, I know at the minute, is testing out a load of products that are going to be added to the pipeline. And it's crazy, the growth that you've got, the business that you've got. Some of you honestly don't understand what it is that you're sat on. You really, really don't. So over the next few months, I think as this starts to grow and people start to earn. Oh, is that your Alexa, Kay?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry.
It loves me, your Alexa.
It does it every time. I swear it just picks up your voice.
So you guys really need to start thinking, right, how am I going to get to this promotion? How am I going to build a team? How am I going to get myself out there? Because the money that you can make is absolutely phenomenal. And you're in at the beginning. Like, there's no excuses for anybody. You know, we all start at the beginning. I started at the beginning of a company. You started at the beginning of a company. Some of you might.
Oh my God.
S20 Ultra 5G.
Oh, hello, Alexa.
It's you.
So yeah, all of you now should be mayors tomorrow. First thing I am going to say is please make sure that we use the May project. All of us need to be using that, okay? The more we get that seen, the more people are going to start asking questions. That will help you build a community. That's in the team page, okay? All the stuff for May starts tomorrow. Yes, it's the weekend. No, you shouldn't be rested. I am going to be the one that says to you, no rest for at least 3 months. Like, you need to give yourself 90 days of a good, strong habit. You need to get up earlier in the morning. You need to pump that blood around your body, and you need to be networking, because in the next 6 months, God only knows where some of you are going to be. It's ridiculous. I'm seeing some of you on that leaderboard that have brought in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 people in 4 days. That is absolutely ridiculous. So if one can do it, all of you can do it. You know, we're all in the same boat. We've all got the same social media platforms. It's just that some are working that little bit more crazy than others. But get seen. Get your butts out of this little comfort zone and get people seeing you for who you are, what you're about, what your goals are. It's going to be a crazy few months. So I think you should all buckle in, because especially me, and you're live every morning, I'm definitely going to be waking some of you up. So yeah, who's got questions? Anyone got questions? No? Oh my God, I was expecting the floodgates to open then. Adele, have you got a question, babe? Did you want to say something?
No, I'm just saying there's loads of hands up. I can see loads of hands up there.
Hold
Oh,
on.
we've got 5 hands up. We've got Lindsay.
Oh, Lindsay. Hold on, I'll do it. Oh, Sarah. Go on, ask to unmute. Click your script. There you go.
Just one simple question. Can you go backwards as well as forwards?
Yeah. So you can drop down a rank. If you're not going to hit that criteria, you'll keep your rank for 12 months. So you will keep the position for 12 months. But if you don't hit the criteria, and that criteria comes with a bonus, hold on, let me just.
He goes without scoring once.
Oh, okay. I think that was your background. No, it's not.
Thanks, and also.
Okay, can you see who's unmuted? So yeah, you can drop back. So if you were going for global director and you were getting a bonus, you would keep your global director as a status, but you wouldn't get the bonus unless you'd hit the criteria. But let's be honest, in a brand new company, guys, you should only be going up. Nobody should be going down. Like, all of you should be duplicating every single month. So the likelihood of that happening when you've got a team, unless you're not looking after them, is going to be very, very minimal. Lauren, I've just asked you to unmute, babe. You've got your hand up.
Yeah, sorry. I was in the back office earlier, and I noticed you've got like the PV, yeah, but then you've also got personal CV. So I'm a little bit thrown by that, because I was aware that obviously when you purchase your first product, that your upline would get the fast start and you would get 10 points. So what's that 40 PV I've got there? Because I can see.
So that's your qualifying volume. I did cover that on one of the slides. What I said was there's that new one that's been put on. So
it's a new one's been put on.
Yeah, it's just been put on. So that's because a lot of people were looking at it and panicking that they weren't qualified because it wasn't showing 40. So that one there is just to show you that you are qualified, and that would be what you would normally get. So it's going to qualify you for it. But the commissionable volume is what your commissionable is. So that's what can be paid on. The personal volume, that's not something that can be paid on. if it's
Okay.
to the commissionable. Does that
So
make
what? So
sense?
the personal CV, where's that come from then? The personal CV.
So that is the 10 points that you get per product from your first order, because your upline will receive 10 points plus $20. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's commissionable because your upline has that in their binary volume. But to be active, you personally
Yep.
more than 40.
Okay. So if I bought a second product, so that's kept me active. If I bought a second product now, what would that give me? Would that then mean I've got the 40 to stay active, so then I get the $20 as like commission, or does that go against more personal volume?
You wouldn't get it at all because that doesn't come to you. So if you're ordering in your own account, then what you're doing is you're getting your own volume. So if you're already 40 qualified and you need a higher amount to be active, then obviously the best thing for you to do, unless it's a personal purchase, is to sell, and that's when you will get your commissions for your $20. Or
but if I wanted to buy another product for myself today, where would the points go? In what category?
It would go to your upline, and it would go towards both of them because it's your second order. So if you've ordered one product so far, and you've got 10 in your commissionable volume, and you've got 40 in your personal volume, if you ordered another product now, your commissionable volume would show 50, but your personal volume would show 80.
Okay, so if you only need 40 to stay active every month, is that going to be commissionable in the end? Do you get anything from that personal volume? Does it carry on to the next month?
You wouldn't know. That would go towards your upline.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I've looked at this so much, it still wrecks my head. I'm getting there with certain things, and there's other things that I go, no, it's just not going in.
Hold on, I think I can explain it. Have you come from another company, babe? Don't give me the name of the company, but just
no, I haven't. No.
Oh, right. Okay. So you're not comparing. Okay. So sometimes because other companies do things differently, it can confuse them. But if you haven't come from another company, the easiest way to describe it is if you're going to order a product through your own account, your upline being your sponsor will get the commissions of whatever you've put through your own account. Because you're getting it at a wholesale price anyway yourself, the same as your customers, you're not going to get anything back because you're already getting it at a wholesale price.
Yeah.
So if, as an example, and this isn't what everybody should do, but this is just an example. If I was going to order 6 products for myself every month, the best thing that you would do is order 1 product for me to be active if I was on the lower levels. If I was obviously at a higher level and I needed 2 or 3 products to be active, I will put those through my account, but then you could get another account for yourself where you would be able to get the $20 back because that's going you. So you would technically be the upline. Does that make sense?
Get it? Yeah.
Yeah. So your personal, if you're going to put loads of products through every month for yourself, then don't go and, you could do, but if you wanted to be more, business over it, then you could just put those through yours, get the commission back, and you've got it even cheaper. But really, you should be putting it through one account because it just makes it you've got to pay 2 shippings then, haven't you?
Yeah. Because you're not going to gain on the personal volume, are you? That's the 40 that you've already bought one product to stay active. If you buy another one, it makes it 80 personal volume. That's not commissionable for you. So it's not ever going to come to you, is it?
No, it'll go to the upline.
Yeah, perfect. I get it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And one last thing, this might be somebody else's question. So when everybody orders from now on, I know that people are only getting the 10 points. Normally it'd be the quadrupled because of the fast starts and stuff, right? How far down do you get like the 40 volume from everybody's orders?
100.
How many levels do you? Sorry?
Every level, every single level, generation deep that it goes down to, every single point comes back up to you. 40 for every single product that's bought comes up to you. Yeah.
That's good, ladies. That's good. That's it. That's all my questions. I hope I've answered to other people's if they were kind of getting confused the same as I was.
Just give me a chuckle.
I've done Peter Brooks all day. I've done his online summit. My head is just a bit fried.
No, don't worry, you're fine. Let me see who else. Louise.
Hiya. This might be a really silly question. You might have covered it already, but I can see on the compensation plan it says that check match combined with binary is capped at 60%. So does that basically mean that if we're on, say, 12% binary and 50% check match, we only get an additional 10% from the people that we're getting the check match from, if it's the first gen? Do you see what I mean? And then going up.
No, I've already explained this. So when it's capped at 60%, okay, but it's 60% of your lesser volume. Nothing to do with the percentages in the compensation plan at all.
Okay.
So for example, if you have, like I was saying, if you had 1.2 million on your power leg and you had 1 million on your pay leg, which is your lesser leg, that would be capped at 600,000. If you had 120,000 on one leg and 60,000 and 100,000 on the other, that would be capped at 60,000. But bearing in mind, these are weekly caps, not monthly, weekly. Does that make sense?
Thank you. Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's nothing to do with the percentages within the compensation plan. It's just, you've got to understand that as a company, if they were to pay 100% of everything that came in, how would they pay for staff? How would they pay for like websites? So they have to protect themselves. So they are literally, most companies cap at around about 45%. So the fact that they're capping at such a high level and taking a lesser amount than that they're prepared to pay out is incredible. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. That makes sense.
Jen, oh, I like that name, Jenna Lee.
Hi, thanks. Okay, so we've had a bit of confusion. So if you're active either through 8 products customers or through yourself, how long does that last? As in, does it reset on the 1st of the month, or do you have to wait 30 days to start again?
No, so if you say you bought on the 1st of April, if we'd have launched on the 1st of April, yeah, that means that you're qualified for April, yeah?
Yeah.
You would also be qualified all the way until the last day of May. So you would still be able to get commissions throughout May, but you would have you have to put either 8 customers or 1 order through before the end of May for that to count.
Okay, so for instance, now where people have joined this week and
Yeah.
activated, so are they active for all of May?
Yeah.
No.
Or by the 26th of
They
May, they
are,
have to have
but-
done another product?
Yeah, they are, but by the end of May, they would have to make sure before we roll into June that they'd done another product or 8 customers.
Okay, thanks.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Like a month behind, babe. So if you were active in January, and then it went into February, you would still get all of your commission in February. But if it went into March and you weren't active, you wouldn't earn in March. As long as you were active for the month prior, and then up until the last day of the next month, you would need to place an order, or obviously get your customers' orders to equate to the 40 points or whatever rank you're on. Does that make sense? You still look.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm trying to curveball here. So say you qualified on the 1st of May.
Yeah.
You were active 1st of May, but then you didn't place another order and you didn't have customers until the end of June.
Yeah.
And then the 30th of June, you would remain active that entire time.
Yeah. As long as you put it through before the last day of June, you'd be fine.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Louise, again. I'm only joking. You've put your hand up, babe. No, have you done? Are you sure? Okay. Lindsay. Come on, bingo.
Hello? No? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's all right. I can't see anything. This was great showing the compensation plan. I had tried to read it in the back office, but some of those notes that you've done, can they be sent through so that I can print them out?
Which no, sorry.
Obviously, some of it was different to what's in the actual training of the back office, some of those notes, and obviously I think it was a lot clearer.
That is the actual comp plan from the back office.
Oh, well, then I couldn't find that. Then I do apologise. Because when I went into training last night, it wasn't.
Yeah, it's not in training suite. If you go into marketing, okay,
Yeah.
And under marketing, there's a section called compensation plan. And
Yeah.
that's where that exact one is.
What with everything that you've done the calculation?
The calculations were just off the top of my head.
It was the,
with numbers.
no,
Yeah.
well, I am as well. So that it was that I liked. So if you're able to sort of send it through either on one of the posts or email or something, I'd be really grateful.
I've literally, I didn't write it down, sweetheart. It is literally off the top of my head.
Oh right, okay. No worries. I'll watch it again and write it down then.
Yeah,
So-
the training is actually recorded, so we'll be making sure it's out there for everybody.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks.
Okay. Sarah, you had your hand up, but I accidentally put it down. I'm sorry, Sarah Miles. We've got June. So June, do you want to unmute?
I've been unmuted. This is Dana McPhee.
Hiya.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. So I have a question. So I was looking at the key terms and I'm just not sure if it reads correctly. So on the personal volume, it says, you know, you make a 40 qualified purchase, but then it says this does not qualify the requirement for being active and qualified for commissions. So I'm reading that as my understanding was that if we have our 40 points that we've made for our personal purchase, then that makes us qualified to receive the $20 commission from customer purchases, retail purchases, and then we also earn the 5 points. But when I read this slide and it says this does not satisfy the requirements, it kind of contradicts itself. So can you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, if you are qualified with 40 points, you will qualify for customer retail commissions, okay? But to be qualified for any of the other commissions, such as binary, check match, you have to be binary active as well.
Okay, so maybe just as a suggestion, because I know I'll get this question from a lot of my downline, maybe tweak that sentence saying it doesn't satisfy you it doesn't unlock the bonuses above Fast Start or something like that.
If you actually go through and read each of the individual ways of being paid, it does actually have an asterisk so that it explains that there as well. So as you read through the compensation plan, it kind of makes more sense. Maybe if we could just put the asterisks up there to make sure that it highlights that every single slide there's an asterisk on.
Okay.
But it does explain further on that you have to be binary qualified for other commissions.
Yes, I understand that. And I've read that. It's just when you're first going through it, when you have a lot of people that are joining the team, that's going to be like the first question that's going to come. So when you're getting 80 questions in your inbox,
yeah, believe
not
me,
everybody reads it. So it would be, I mean, it's a nice problem to have, but it would just be nice saying like, if this does not satisfy the requirements for earning bonuses above Fast Start, something like that.
Yeah.
The other question in regards to that somebody asked earlier was in regards to, yes, you get the 40 points for unlimited levels down. Does that also include customer retail volume, or is it just the 40 volume that you get
it covers all volume. All volume that is generated from any sales and any rep will be passed up infinity levels deep.
Okay. And then the only ask I could have is it would be nice to have a more thorough, and even if it was a video of someone doing a complete walkthrough of the back office and kind of explaining the different graphs and stuff like that, because it's hard to interpret what each one is. So that would be very helpful. And like I said, even if it was just somebody doing a video and then you could just watch it, that would be awesome.
I think if it sounds a silly thing, and we will do that obviously if people are asking for it, but play around with it, honestly.
Oh yeah, trust me, I've been playing around.
it's so fun to sit and play around with it, and you find out so much by doing that.
There is, but there may be stuff that you don't uncover, even though you've played. So
yeah, But obviously we'll see what we can do, and we'll look at doing something.
Yes, I realize we're only 4 days in, and you know we can't get everything overnight.
Yeah.
So
No worries.
thank you.
Dawn, let me unmute you, babe. Oh, there you go.
Thank you guys. Okay, this is probably silly because I know we've been over this a million times and I am definitely not good with math. So really with binary, yes, you want to be binary qualified, but if you were like under, like I happen to have a leader that has a power leg and me, but the binary power leg doesn't really have anything to do with me. I just have to be binary qualified, and then everything else pretty much goes under my team, right?
So you would need to make sure that you're changing your rotator. So yeah, you would need one person directly sponsored by yourself to be binary qualified. So even if you've got a power leg, that wouldn't make you binary qualified, because you would still need one person yourself that you've placed on that side. Yeah. So you would need one left, one right. Do you know, have you seen where your rotator is, babe? Have you seen that bit?
You know, I know Laura and I kind of went through it, but that's where I was a little confused. I know that she has the power leg more is on the right. I have my one person on the left, but I was a little worried about, like, what if I get the next person? I would want them to be on the power leg and binary qualified, but I wasn't sure if I can place them or if the computer just does that.
Yeah, okay. No, it's fine. Don't worry. Honestly, guys, there's no such thing as a silly question. Like, we all start at the beginning. It's absolutely fine. I would prefer you ask, because there's probably other people that wouldn't dare. So, no, when you go into your back office, you're going to see a big, long grey list down the left-hand side. On there, you'll see where it says My Team or Team. Click on that tab and you scroll down, you'll see where it says Rotator Management or something like that.
Ah, yes, perfect.
So what you would need to do is that will allow you to choose whether someone goes on your left side or your right side, but you have to make sure you've clicked it before they join, because you can't move it once they've locked themselves in. So let's just say Laura, I think you said, you're on Laura's right side. You would still personally need to place one person on the right side and one person on the left side, which would make you active. So you could literally switch that button that says alternate on your rotator, and that would put one left, one right. And then once you've done and you've got one person on each side, you would then say, right, well, my right side is stronger than my left. So you go to your rotator, put it to your left and leave it to build.
Okay. So it's on auto balance right now. So the next person that comes in would just automatically go to the opposite side, and then I can start flipping people.
Yeah, then you would need to do it before they join. Yeah.
Perfect. And then my next question.
Can I just actually say something? That's not the case. Sorry. Does it say auto balance, Dawn?
Yes.
Yeah. No. If you're wanting binary, you have to put it to the opposite side, because auto balance is set up to make sure anyone comes in goes onto your lowest unit. And the only reason I know that is because one of my girls did it and nearly missed out on being binary, not binary qualified, because they all started to go down on her team leg. But obviously I'd built a strong power leg and no one was placed on the power leg. So luckily she got 2 people left to sign. So she just signed someone that she didn't want on the other side there to make her binary.
Okay. So right now
Yeah, but hold on. But the power leg's going to be bigger K anyway. So if it's going to go auto balance, it's going to work on the weaker leg, which means that that's going to be the leg that she needs to build.
Which is fine, but she's not binary qualified yet.
Not yet.
What I would just do is whenever someone joins, just make sure you know what side they've joined and then switch it manually. And then you'll know then one left, one right. The first person doesn't matter, because it's either going to go on the left or the right. So once you've then you've kind of found out which side they're on, then switch it manually, and then you know then that you've definitely got one left, one right, and then obviously work on your weaker.
Okay. One thing I in a few different companies before, and we were never, but one thing that I would just like to say, and just because it helped me think of this, no matter what kind of comp plan you have, for new people too, and I know even for myself, is focus on your activity, not the result. Yeah. And if we focus activity, that result will come no matter if you understand the comp plan or not.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it is so true. And this is the thing, guys, like a lot of you know my story and all, you know, how long and whatever. And I'm not the cleverest person. Like when it comes to numbers and figuring business, I am the world's thickest person, honestly. And that's me being completely honest. So how I learned a compensation plan with no experience was you learn whilst you earn. When you've earned money, you'll click on your earnings and you'll go back and figure, I earned that from there and I earned that from there. And that's where it makes so much more sense. So Dawn, thanks for saying that, because, you know, I think a lot of people need to remember that we all start as a beginner and it can be like a cat and headlights sometimes. And you think, oh my God, what on earth are they talking about? But it soon comes when you earn it, when you're learning, and, you know, you've earned a little bit of money, you kind of figure out where it's coming from. So yeah, so true. We're going to be here all night. Let me just get through a few more, guys, and then we're going to have to go through uplines. Otherwise, I think we'll be here on here till about 3 o'clock in the morning. Jenna Lee, did you have another one, doll, or you? No, you good? Sarah Miles?
Hello. Can you hear me? Hiya. I haven't got a question as such, but because Kay explains it so much better than I can, I wonder, Kay, would you explain for those in the downlines 2 things? One, that there's absolutely no disadvantage to being on the power leg. Some people are panicking that they think that there is. And 2, that we shouldn't really be passing down through our teams about the customer accounts because of the volume. But you explain it better. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Do you remember you were saying the other day, you explain it so much better than I do, that would be so much less volume coming up if everyone did the customer account?
Yeah, if everybody did customer accounts, what will happen is, if you imagine if you all created a different customer account underneath you, then the problem that you're going to get is you're not going to earn as much binary. You're not going to earn as much check match because each individual customer is only going to ever be 10. Whereas if you're putting orders through for yourself personally, then you're going to be getting 40. But your teams are going to be earning, which is fantastic. So they're going to stay. But you won't be getting check match because that's then reflected in everyone's binary. So everyone's binary will be lower. So everyone's check match on each individual team member will be lower. Does that make sense?
It does to me. I hope it does to everyone else, that it's much more beneficial to order through your...
Can people that understand it kind of like put me a thumbs up there so that I know that that's made sense? Yeah, I've got pretty much 90% thumbs up. Right.
Thank you. And the second one was just that, to explain that being on the power leg is no disadvantage at all.
Not at all, because if you think about it, if you're on someone's power leg, and if, let's say, for example, you're at the top, not only have you got your upline building that power leg, okay, but you've also got each individual person that's placed below you at all times that are also going to be bringing people in. So that power leg is always going to be consistently building because everyone has to build a power leg, and everyone has to have someone on the power leg. So for example, if you're at the very top and your upline has then brought in 30 people, each of those 30 people also have to bring in one person. So there's 60 people, but those people then become one of your power, they become part of your power leg, because you're going to have a massive amount of people consistently growing and consistently duplicating. If you're on a team leg, then again, it's still going to be a power leg, but either side is going to be growing and duplicating. So both sides are just as powerful because there's going to be duplication on both sides.
Thank you for explaining that.
You're welcome.
You can mute me now, before I swear.
I can't because my thing still doesn't work. Beth needs to do that one.
I can sing if you like. I can start singing.
Beth, mute her quick.
La 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 la.
Go on,
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, sorry, just to, I think I have already done it, but just to get it really clear in my head. So any of my direct downlines and their team, when they place an order, do I get 10 points or is it 40 points?
So you'll
Right.
get to their first order, babe. So if it's their first order, you'll get your commission. So obviously the company wouldn't be able to pay you your commission plus the full amount of volume, because obviously volume then goes to your binary, doesn't it? So that's another way of getting paid. So when they first order, you'll get 10 volume and then you'll get your commission. When they order again, you'll get 40 volume per product. So you'll get 4 times the amount of volume, which then will help you earn more cycles through your binary. Well, not cycles, but your commission.
So in terms of like binary points, so just for working out how I'm gonna hit this next promotion.
Yeah, 40 will go into your team that have already ordered now. When they put in another order, 40 points per product will go on to there. So then obviously they'll calculate for you to be your next promo.
Cool. So yeah. So say example, my downline orders a product, I'll get 40 towards my binary.
Yeah.
Excellent. I think I've got best like I hope she has. She better not be
Honestly, don't confuse it, babe. But yeah, you'll get 40 and they'll go into your total as well. So obviously that'll then go to your promotion.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Good.
Thanks.
Mel.
Hiya. You know when you're on about the rotary changing legs and everything, you know when you actually click onto your legs and it all comes up, can you not just add them by clicking on add? Do you know what I mean, on the blue boxes?
No, we could do that before we joined. We could manually do it, but it was causing murder for everybody, so they took it off. And I think it now says open position, but it won't let you do it. They have to go through your link. So you would need to change your rotator to the side that you'd want them on. Then you would send your link, and then they would order.
Yeah. All right. No problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. June, or just do a few more, guys, okay? Otherwise, poor you lot are going to be like falling asleep on me in a minute. June, I've asked you to unmute, babe.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a quick one on the when you're active. I know we just talked about it like before. It's just if you join, so if you become active on the beginning of the month, you're active for that full month, that's fine, I understand that. But then say you didn't then buy your next product until the end of the following month. If you had a customer that ordered from you in that first week of that second month, are you going to get commission on that order, or will you not get it until you become active at the end of the month? How does that work when it's weekly pay?
You'll get it, babe. It's the only way that you wouldn't get commission is, let's just say you were active on the 1st of January and then you would get paid all up until the end of February. But if you didn't place an order by the end of February, if you got someone in March, you wouldn't get the commission in March because you have to be active in the previous calendar month.
Right. So basically, you don't need to be active at the beginning of the month to get your commissions.
No, you don't need to. The only thing is when obviously you're building a business, you kind of need to kind of make sure that you understand where your points are. So obviously when you've got a bigger team, if everybody puts it through at the start of the month, you know exactly where your auto ships have come through, and then you know what to aim for the rest of the month. So it's like, I'll go over this in leadership, but when you've got a bigger team and you've got a team that are ordering, some are ordering at the beginning, some are ordering at the end, you're never going to be able to know how much you need to get to that next promotion, because some people are not going to order until the last day of the month, which is why people run around like a headless chicken at the end of the month, because people have waited that long to put them through. But no, it doesn't matter to you. It's easier to kind of all do it at the similar time so that you know. But no, you're right. It doesn't have to be done until the end of the next month.
Right, thank you.
You're welcome. Heidi, and then we'll do Louise.
Hi.
Hi.
You know when you said about the group volume?
Yeah. Okay.
If you're on the bottom of your upline's power leg, your only group volume is going to be from the people that you put underneath you, or your upline puts underneath you. It's not above as well, is it?
No, it would only ever be people that fall underneath you.
Underneath.
So,
That's what I just wanted to say.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, sorry, I've just unmuted Danny. We'll do Danny and Louise. Sorry, Louise, I've clicked on Danny before you. I'm so sorry. Just give Danny, are you there, babe?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. The question that I've got is, I think I totally get it now, and I think you've just covered this, so it's explained it a little bit more clearly to me. But the one question that I had was when I signed up, unfortunately, before my first recruit signed up, I wasn't aware about the whole rotator thing. So when she signed up, she went on to my whichever one of the legs. So I've now signed 2 people up. So I've got 1 person on either side. So when she signs her people up, does she need to sign her first person up on the same side that I've signed her up, or does it not really matter?
So I always say, as a rule of thumb, and it's always worked for me, and I learned it years ago, was that it's better to make sure that the first person that everybody brings in is on the side of the upline. And the only reason for that is if you get somebody that signs somebody up just by fluke, and then they decide to leave the business, if they've placed them on the opposite side to the upline, they're classed as a dead leg because no one else is on it. So if you always make sure that your team signs somebody up on the power leg first, you know then that if they go and sign a second person, they can go and build a business without a problem. Signing 2 people is good. You know, obviously they've got a skill of recruitment. So then you know that the second person that they place is obviously going to be on the opposite side. Then they'll start to build a team leg. So as a rule of thumb, no, it doesn't matter as long as they're not just going to leave them on an inside leg on their own. But I always say to mine, place the first person on the side of your upline, and then you know that they're safe if they decide that it's not for them. And then at least that person's going to get the support from the upline. But you're right, you need 1 on each side.
Okay, and so going back to power legs then, so if your upline isn't building a power leg, is it literally just a case then that as you add people to the business, you literally just keep flipping it, so you do 1 on one side, 1 on the other, and then the next person that signs up, you go back to the other side and so on?
Yeah, so you would just need to, you would need to build the left and the right. But don't forget, obviously, if you could end up with one, like if you signed me or someone that obviously was a good recruiter, I could take over the whole leg. So then you would only need to build 1. So the 1 person that you could sign on your left or right could build the whole thing. So you'd never have to keep building left, right if you've got someone good. But you would need to make sure that you're even it. Like me, I don't have any pass down, so I have to make sure that my left and my right leg are even.
But then if you did get somebody that say signed up like 50 people, the next however many people that you signed, you just do them all on the other leg to balance it out.
Yeah.
Okay, Brill, I get it. Totally get it. Thank you very much.
I see it as a little bit of a game, guys. Like I log into my back office and I'm like, oh, what side do I need to build on today? Like just try and make sure that your legs are as even as they can get, as long as you've got 1 active on each side. And that's the biggest thing, because you could have 2 monster legs, but if you've not got 1 person sponsorly on each side of your business, that's when you're not going to get paid. So you need to make sure that you've got at least 1 person active on each side of your business at all times, regardless of how many ranks up you are. Okay, it's super duper important. But whilst we're on that, this is something else, guys. When you're building a team, and this is what I always say to people, make sure that before they go and run and sign people up, they understand the basics. Sorry.
Back. I was just saying I can't mute anyone, so that would have been the end of it.
That was my internet. Oh God, Spain honestly drives me mad with the internet. So what I was saying was, I don't even know. I've lost my train of thought. You all know I've got Alzheimer's at 29 years old. It's not cool. What was I saying, guys? Someone remind me. No, I've talked about that. I can't even remember what I was saying. So yeah, just make sure that obviously you're checking your legs, making sure that you've always got 1 active on each side of the business.
At the point of having goes on the side is lowest. It's just when you're first starting out and you have to be binary qualified that you need to make sure that you change and I literally cannot do anything because for some reason my mouse doesn't work. So that's us for tonight. I hope it's helped. I apologise that my computer has decided to play naffle, and we will, I'm sure, cover it again very soon. All right, night, guys.